Hello guys and welcome to another episode in our Ilkhanate campaign here in EU4 MNT 2.0. So, our nation has grown large. I feel like I've started every episode by pointing that out, so I don't necessarily have to do it again. But currently though we're facing some internal issues. We're about to have a civil war, which is bad. But you know, it happens. Well, maybe. Our ruler is 60, so if she dies before the war triggers, then you won't have to deal with it. Now, there is, of course, the option of abdication, but I don't know. It was pointed out in the comment section that once a crisis or a disaster has happened, it can't really happen again. And so it might make sense to just let it happen, so that we can make sure to never have to deal with a civil war ever again. And, you know, we have a decent bit of cash. Our army is, you know, not grand, but it is a thing. So, overall, I am not too spooked. Although I probably should save my cash though for when the war actually breaks out. Can though get ourselves some global trade power, which is awesome. I mean, once I finish now, I need 5 more ideas. Oh no, actually, yeah. Yeah. So once I finish trade ideas, I'll get even more trade. Silk trade route. All right, so I built a navy in an effort to do some raiding, because that was so nice and profitable when I raided the Aegean, but actually no, this is called the Adriatic. But it doesn't look like it's going to be nearly as profitable this time around, so that sucks. I guess this navy, well, I mean, I'll keep it around, I guess. Yeah, we'll send it to mess up the Aegean. Because even if it doesn't give us that much cash, it will at least hurt the Turks a bit. Jesus Christ, though, Wait, we're over the force limit? Oh, we are. Well, that probably does explain it. At least to some extent. Alright, here we are. Civil War. Gain 25 autonomy in Samara. Well, I guess that was an okay place for it to spawn at least. Crush the opposition! So, how much legitimacy do we need again? Can I just abdicate now? Would that sort of trick the system a bit? No, I need 90 legitimacy. God, we just need our stupid queen to die already. If she would just fuck off, this would be over in an instant. This one is interesting. So the lesser nobles are demanding a privilege. What is this? Morale boost. Oh, that's actually kind of a nice timing there, because 22 autonomy in all provinces they control? Well, I guess that's better than the privilege itself, but damn. So they hamper my military, which kills my morale, but this will give us some temporary morale though, so refuse to grant them that, and gain a bit of a morale boost. So that, yeah, that'll work out, I guess, then. Right, so the actual enemy army is killed. Burger anger subsides, that is good. They're still very angry though, and I can't really pay them right now to do anything about it. Civil war brings our nation to its knees. Support one of the factions. Yeah, I basically think we're just gonna have to click this, because we need the war to end. Jesus Christ, 22 pretenders? What? Can you maybe calm down? We are shrekking them though, so I think we will be fine. Alright, so there we are. 90 legitimacy, that should do the trick. Really, the Mamluks have embraced banking. How is the spread? I guess it has spread throughout the Nile. Also, fuck! Shit, piss! I totally forgot about the Renaissance. Has it spawned? Yeah, okay, so it seems to be a banking only bug. The Renaissance is spreading as it should be spreading. So, go Renaissance, I guess. Hey! We're getting the Renaissance in Trebizond. Good for us. Yeah, we are just collapsing right now. This is no good. So when are we going to get stupid banking? Ah, soon. But then again, it'll have to spread a lot further before we can actually embrace it, so well, that sucks. Hey, there we are. Extra stability. So I actually gained stability through that civil war, which is kind of funny, but whatever. Yes, that should, yeah, that permanently gets rid of that disaster. So good. Now we need to consolidate our holdings on shit, because man, I really want like a revolt risk guy, but all of these guys are level 2 and I just cannot afford level 2. Alright, so I spent an embarrassing amount of time trying to decide whether or not I want to hold all of this territory here in the Far East directly, or if I want to have a March / vassal do it. I think I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to keep it directly. There is some nice trade here. And I would like to just take it all. You know, Samarkand right here is a pretty large city. Larger than a lot of cities, actually. I mean, what is Constantinople these days? Not these days. Yeah, look at that. It's only like 20,000 people less than freaking Constantinople. So controlling Samarkand directly would be good. Currently, of course, I have no regional capital here in the Far East, which is something I definitely might want to consider investing in soon. Because if we look on the where art thou autonomy map mode? There it is. You can see that the only real territories with any sort of usefulness to them are, you know, in this general area. As far as you go, you know, west of these wastelands here, it's all just shite, really. You know, there's no... Yeah, it's basically 100% autonomy in all of these provinces. So that's pretty awful. But the main value of these eastern provinces is of course trade. And so to control it all directly would be good. Also, I'm actually, like, the main concern is actually my borders. Like, I want uber good looking borders. And I feel like I would either have to just give up this little strip of land here, give that to a vassal such as the Grey Horde, and just be content with these borders. But that in itself, that is, I feel like that's too small again, you know? But if I'm ever going to get this desert colored in my color, then I might also want to, you know, push further north here and take all of this territory. Could also, yeah, there are some, if not cities, you know, there are these Silk Road trade modifiers here. That would be nice to take into my control. So I'm thinking a border that goes, you know, something along this line. It's a bit sort of a blobby chunk here in the Far East, but I think I'll survive. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna invade the Grey Horde and make Transoxiana a co-belligerent. So I'm just going to annex the Grey Horde, and instead the vassal in this area that I'm going to be creating is going to be the Blue Horde. So that's what we're going to do. Take Amudarya. That's right. Right, so I was gonna let this war drag on for quite a bit longer, but it seems like we have to end it here because our aggressive expansion is so high at this point that we might get a coalition with Multan and the Turks in it, and that I really don't want. So I think we're just gonna have to wrap it up right here, even if I really wanted to, you know, go further, but sometimes you just have to chill a bit, I guess. Ooh, nice money. Yeah, I mean, I actually tried to loot as little as possible because I didn't want to burn Samarkand to the ground, but I did kill 30,000 people there, so whoops. Alright, alliance with Multan. Let's do it. Unreformed Indian states can only ally... Well, I have a border with you, you utter meme head. Shit, did I forget... Oh, I forgot to actually take the province I had a claim on. Oh well. I'll just give us a casus belli for the next time around. So now our borders are really derpy looking. I need that colonist, but it's so far in the future until I can get him. If I even can get him. I still haven't checked whether or not expansion ideas give you a colonist in this mod. One thing I did check out though actually was the potential of Druze rebels in Lebanon. Because we have that decision that lets us kick out the... yeah. Abrogate the Mount Lebanon Emirate. Yeah, so Druze is an interesting religion. It has a lot of good stuff, but it has one thing with it that is really harsh. You lose 1 prestige, like, yearly, just by being Druze. So Like if I was Druze right now, I would basically be gaining barely any prestige, even if I'm at only, you know, +1. So it's very hard to keep your prestige up if you are Druze. Which is obviously really harsh, in my opinion. The advantages of it, though, is that unless I, you know, misremember, also, is that a word, misremember? Or, yeah, you know what I mean, though. You still get the morale of armies, just like as you do in Shia, but you also get 2+ tolerance of both heretics and heathens. So your tolerance will just be mental. But I'm not necessarily 100% convinced that will be needed yet. I don't know. I'll have to check it out a bit more. Another thing, I want to figure out what this does. It just says like, because I'm pretty sure this is a similar thing. You know, a way we can potentially get rid of this Lebanon modifier. Mount Lebanon Emirate. The Druze Prince is a prominent leader. So I assume that's an alternate way of getting rid of him, but I don't want to get rid of him in a way that would potentially remove my ability to convert to Druze. I would also want to see if, like, how does religious rebels even work? There's a lot of stuff I need to figure out before I'm willing to click any of those buttons. In the meantime, we'll just blob, because that seems to be the main thing I do here. I guess we should go make the White Horde a friend, a puppet. I'm honestly surprised he hasn't, you know, that he still has all of his puppets here. Also, I just learned about the existence of the Blue Horde. But you can see their core stat they have here. Pretty darn good. The only thing I'm a bit scared of, though, is that maybe if I feed them a bunch of Kazakh territory, we might just see a situation where they, just through some meme event, they will just lose it again. If that's the case, then I'll have to come up with a better vassal. I mean, I guess we have the option of establishing the Grey Horde. Also, what's the technology of the Blue Horde? 13. I mean, it's awful, but, you know. Yeah, that really is pretty fucking bad. But, you know, it's like 2 techs behind Bohemia, so... And it's better than Muscovy, so I guess it's not mind-blowingly bad. I'm actually surprised at how well we have been doing in terms of technology. I'm actually keeping up with the Turks. Well, at least in the military. We're lagging behind in admin, but that's because we have been blobbing a lot. And because I did admin ideas. Well, I mean, an administrative idea group, but not, of course, admin ideas, humanist ideas, but you guys already knew that. So yeah, maybe we should go annex, or not annex, but puppet the White Horde. Also not entirely sure if, like, how exactly I want my borders. I might want to take these territories right here and directly incorporate them. Because if I'm going to color in this place eventually in my color, it would look smoother if there was sort of a line that went up here through the Caspian and then hit the line right here. But once again, Meiou and Taxes loves to have these completely annoying and blobby borders. Like, what is this line? I think is this shit right here necessary? Can we maybe not do this? I don't know. It's annoying. But I'm gonna do the best that I can, I guess. I'll try to do anyways. Wait, what? Okay, so the Grey Horde is a thing again. Transoxiana just vanished, and now the Grey Horde has taken their place. Oh, I'm okay with that. You know, it's another nation that has like no aggressive expansion against me, and I did just get the alliance with Multan I've been wanting for a while, so that should prevent them from being too salty at me at least. Eventually I will want to war upon, or declare war upon them, because I want these 2 provinces to make smooth borders, but other than that, we're good. We're good. So I guess we'll need to start fabricating on them. Well, I already have a claim on them, actually. Actually, I can invade them right now. Lol. Although I fear the aggressive expansion in this area would go a bit too far if I did. But it's good to know that we have that option. Yes! Our Sultana is dead, gloriously. Massive celebration though, because, you know, shitty or not, we need to celebrate our royalty. Decisions. Establish monastic schools. No. Don't want to gain piety. We're supposed to be secular. Alright, so we got our new dude here. Shah Wali the First Jalayirid. He is malevolent, that thing. So that's bad. But he has 6 Diplo though, so that's going to be really nice. Going to finally get another merchant next time around we get ideas, so I'm hyped about that. Get some of that sweet trade money. Also, I am like almost glad there's no genocide in this game or mod, because I am so sick and tired of these Pashtun fuckers, or like Sistan. All of these cunts down here rebel all the time. You don't even know how many times I've put them out of their misery. Super frustrating. I even have a fort here, like pretty much dedicated to rebel suppression at this point, but they're still just like, ah, we want Sistan to be a thing. Like, why? Why would you want Sistan to be a thing? Can you maybe not have Sistan be a thing? Sistan is overrated. Hey, another state. Actually, I can make a state right now. I guess I wanted to make Egypt a state. But now that we have another one, I have another state in mind. Once again, I always forget. There it is. I think it was something like... No, not that one. This one though, 355. That's pretty good. Actually, what I should make a state is this place. Oh yeah, this is where it's at. 420. I think the game has declared its desire or whatever. So that's the state now. Of course, the reason being that this, it's a really valuable province. You can see the pops here are pretty large, and they're bound to grow further. We need to urbanize it a bit though. There's no cities here. But it'd be nice to have a city here. Also, having a road going through, like going from Tabriz through this whole area to reduce autonomy. That would be good. Autonomy is going down right now, but it's very slow. So I would like to incorporate this nice little strip of land here even further and better. But right now we don't have the cash to invest in anything really, because of these cunts here in the Far East who are just refusing to accept that they maybe shouldn't be revolting every day. Also, can someone tell me what the hell is going on over in Turkey? Why are you dying, Turkey? I mean, of course I don't mind it, but damn. I mean, this shit makes it tempting to invade them. Sneak in here and grab some land. I'll have to check out the ledgers a bit. And I don't know, I'm not mind-blowingly hyped about an invasion of Turkey. Just sounds like it would be so much stress, and we have so many internal issues right now that I don't know. Hey, integrating Armenia. Integration is a slow process. It is indeed, but it is done. And so the Ilkhanate is now grander than ever. I might want to do a war against the Mamluks right now, actually. I mean, Cyprus has decided to invade Egypt in order to gain their independence. I am not getting the impression here that the that the Mamluks are very strong at the moment. Also, our truce is up. I kind of feel like I would rather invade the Mamluks. I just want to wipe them off the map, really. It'll make any future wars with the Turks easier. Or, it'll make sure that there won't be any meme coalition to get, hopefully it will prevent them from forming a coalition together against me. That's what I'm trying to say. Also, I'm making more money now because I have a merchant in the Indus River Valley. Man, we totally need to go total Alexander and invade India at some point. There has to be glorious money here. Yes, look at that money. I'm not getting the impression that anyone has been to Sindh in ages. I don't know who I'd want to make as a vassal here. Because obviously I'm not going to be owning India directly. That will be taking things way too far. We're already overstretched here in the east. I can really, you can see the revolt risk. I mean, when you compare it to the Hungary campaign where I was small and I barely had any revolts. Right now we are just, like, it's awful, basically. Our nation is just boiling over. Our states are also super disloyal, which is basically a huge part of the problem. I mean, I imagine that keeping this kind of an empire going, and expanding this fast and keeping this empire going would be a lot harder. It'll be a lot harder in future versions of the game, because right now there are no Kievan separatists. 20,000 shitheads. Damn. Can you maybe calm down? Also, one thing I realized is that we can actually totally make the Grey Horde a vassal now, because he now holds territories that I don't want to directly control. And so it's going to be awesome. We're going to have the Grey Horde over in the far east, the Blue and the White Horde in the north. We will be Horde buddies together. Alright, our armies are ready to march on Egypt, but I think I'll save that for the next episode. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this episode, and until next time, bye.